today's vlog. So, what prompts such a spontaneous appearance, eh? Well, how about I start with that this computer expert was contacted by Microsoft Windows technical support, and they told me that my computer was infected, and I trolled them for all they were worth. So I was just doing what I do best, wasting my time in front of the computer, when I got this phone call. The number couldn't be found in the directory, and I just figured that it was either a telemarketer or someone I was a customer with. But once I heard the accent, I knew what was coming.
Hello, Edward Live.
Sir, my name is Robin, and I'm calling you from Microsoft Windows Technical Department.
And so I proceeded to lead them on a wild goose chase along my Ubuntu Desktop. I was trying to keep them going so that they would run up their long-distance telephone bill. However, after about an hour they were starting to get somewhere, in which I dropped the act and told them that the whole thing was recorded and everything was going to be sent to the police. I actually sent it to Microsoft's actual homepage. For being com artists, they sure didn't do their research properly. I mean, they knew my name, and my surname is actually quite well known in the computer world. I mean, honestly. And in this day and age, when you can record your own phone calls, they run a pretty big risk of being tracked down. And yes, I should give you all a very big important tip. Anyone with a smartphone should get themselves a call recorder. It may save you a great deal in the future. Now, on a more somber note, SlayRadio will be having their last gathering this year. The reason is that fewer and fewer people are turning up, or returning. As per tradition, it will be happening on the first weekend of August, being the 4th and 5th. 4th being on the Friday, which is the pre-gathering at the pub at around 5 o'clock, and the main event, if weather permits, up on the mountain for a picnic, and then down to the pub around 5-6ish. And to go out with a bang, we plan to drunkenly sing a Bubble Bobble tune. If you're not familiar with drunkenly singing, just look up Atura the Housewarming mix. And sad to say, I haven't gotten around to getting another laptop, so no live feeds. I'll probably just record it and slap it on a DVD or something. Hopefully we can still have unofficial gatherings by agreement, like a bunch of people just happen to be passing through Gothenburg at the same day. And I've decided to cut off the voting for my comics. It was close, but the winner is animations. Note that the animation takes time, though I may cut a few corners here and there. I'll probably cut corners on this 3-parter that I never continued. We'll see when these get out. I seem to have collected far too much on my plate. And of course, to make it into the YouTube biz, one has to churn out videos like clockwork. Well, ain't happening for me. If other people want to stress themselves out, that's their business. Literally. And finally, Gibba Gubba has cleared off all his videos, arts and other junks. From what I've been told, he has matured and is looking at his old content in a different light. He has gotten tired of the Let's Play stuff, partly because of the conveyance of the commentary. Looking back at it all, he just didn't like the way he sounded, or how it looked in comparison to today's standards. He has grown and improved with his work, and he'd like to reflect that growth going forward. You know, kind of ditching his roots to fit in. That kind of made him sound like an orphan. Anyways, he's starting fresh and he has his own personal reasons for that. I know many of you were looking forward to the many ways I could the many custom content that may or may not frustrate him. I'd refer you to Josh Jepson, except he seems to stick mostly to Portal 2 custom maps. Maybe Lizard Jeans would do it, though he seems to be more on Quake custom maps. For Jedi Knight custom maps, I have no idea who'd pick up the mantle on that one. Me? I'm not so much of a gamer, I'm more of an editor. Plus, for the most part, it wouldn't really be a blind playthrough. Those are usually the best. And like I said, I've just collected too much on my plate. So with that said, I'll see you all much later.